1963 was a year when pop music stood at a crossroads. Soul was climbing the charts, folk music carried powerful messages, smooth crooners still ruled radio, and a wave of British bands was quietly building momentum. It was a year filled with romance, rhythm, and the first hints of a musical revolution. But out of these 15 unforgettable hits, which one still sounds the most timeless today? Let's rewind and find out.
Hey, now how I wish I had someone to talk to.
Number 1, Another Saturday Night by Sam Cooke.
Another Saturday night that I ain't got nobody. I got some money.
By 1963, Sam Cooke had mastered the art of blending smooth soul with everyday storytelling. Another Saturday Night tells the tale of a man with money in his pocket, but no one to share his weekend with.
His way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my...
The groove feels upbeat, yet there is a relatable loneliness tucked into every line. The song became one of Cooke's biggest pop hits, crossing over from rhythm and blues to mainstream radio.
I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how
Its catchy chorus made it instantly memorable, and it has since been covered by multiple artists. From its steady rhythm to Cooke's effortless vocal charm, this track captures the warmth and honesty that made him a legend. And from soulful longing, we move across the Atlantic to the rising sound of Britain.
If you ever leave me, I'll be sad and blue.
Number 2, Bad to Me by Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas.
If you're bad to me.
Written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, Bad to Me became one of the early success stories of the British beat scene.
But I know you won't leave me 'cause you told me so. And
Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas delivered the song with youthful energy and crisp harmonies that felt fresh and exciting in 1963.
one and only they'll be glad you're not bad to me.
The single quickly climbed to the top of the United Kingdom charts, showing the growing power of Lennon and McCartney's songwriting beyond their own band. Mad by Brian Epstein and produced by George Martin, the group was firmly connected to the emerging British invasion movement. Next, we turn to a girl group anthem that changed the sound of pop forever.
And if I had the chance, I'd never let you go.
Number 3, Be My Baby by the Ronettes. Few songs define the early 1960s quite like Be My Baby. Produced by Phil Spector, the track introduced listeners to his now famous wall of sound production style.
So won't you say you love me?
From the opening drum beat to the sweeping orchestration, the song feels grand and cinematic. Ronnie Spector's lead vocal carries both strength and vulnerability, turning a simple plea for love into something unforgettable.
Say you'll be my darling, be my baby.
The single became a top 10 hit in the United States and has influenced generations of artists. Its dramatic production and emotional delivery helped shape the girl group era. From dramatic romance, we shift into a lighter rhythm inspired by Latin flair.
I was at a dance when it caught my eye.
Number 4, Blame It on the Bossa Nova by Eydie Gorme.
Blame it on the bossa nova with its magic spell.
As the Bossa Nova craze swept into American pop culture, Eydie Gorme delivered one of its most cheerful crossovers. Blame It on the Bossa Nova blends a breezy Latin rhythm with playful lyrics about falling in love on the dance floor.
Looking sad and shy, we began to dance.
Released in 1963, the song became one of her biggest solo hits and and introduced many listeners to the infectious sway of Brazilian-inspired beats. Its light-hearted charm and catchy melody made it a radio favorite throughout the year. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like button. I'd sincerely appreciate it. Now, from playful rhythm, we move to a folk classic that carried a powerful message.
How many roads must a man walk down?
Number 5, Blowin' in the Wind by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Originally written by Bob Dylan, Blowin' in the Wind found massive mainstream success when Peter, Paul, and Mary recorded their Harmonious version. The trio's clear vocals and acoustic arrangement helped bring the song's reflective questions to a wider audience.
How many years must one man have?
In 1963, the folk revival was gaining serious momentum, and this song became one of its defining anthems. It reached the top 10 and earned widespread acclaim for its thoughtful lyrics and cultural significance.
For she sleeps in the sand.
Gentle yet powerful, it proved that pop music could carry both melody and meaning. And as the folk movement rose, another dramatic ballad was waiting in the wings.
Feel so bad, I gotta worry.
Number 6, Blue Bayou by Roy Orbison.
I'm going back someday.
Roy Orbison had a voice unlike anyone else in 1963. Blue Bayou showcased his soaring, emotional style, blending country influences with dramatic pop orchestration.
Saving nickels, saving dimes.
The song paints a longing picture of returning to a peaceful place where love once lived. Although it was originally released earlier, the track gained significant attention during this period as Orbison's popularity continued to rise.
Where the folks are fine and the world is mine, blue bayou.
His ability to shift from gentle tenderness to powerful high notes made him stand out on the radio. Blue Bayou remains one of his most beloved ballads, later revived by other artists in future decades. From heartfelt longing, we move into velvety romance.
Softer than satin was the light from
Number 7, Blue Velvet by Bobby Vinton.
blue velvet.
Few ballads in 1963 felt as lush and romantic as Blue Velvet. Bobby Vinton's smooth voice glided over rich orchestration, turning the song into a dreamy, slow dance favorite.
Burning brightly, but when she left,
The track climbed all the way to the top of the United States charts, cementing Vinton's place among the era's leading crooners. Its timeless melody kept it alive for decades, even resurfacing in popular culture years later through film and television.
but in my heart they'll always be.
Vinton's gentle delivery made the song feel intimate and personal, which helped it connect across generations. Oh, by the way, I will be posting more videos like this, so please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video. Okay, on to the next. Next, we turn to another smooth voice who ruled both television and radio.
Guess there's no use in hanging round. Guess I'll get dressed.
Number 8, Can't Get Used to Losing You by Andy Williams.
Can't get used to losing you no matter what I try to do.
Andy Williams brought polished elegance to pop music, and Can't Get Used to Losing You became one of his signature hits. The song combines upbeat rhythm with lyrics about heartbreak, creating a contrast that made it especially catchy.
I'll find somebody, wait and see.
Released in 1963, it reached the top of the United Kingdom charts and performed strongly in the United States. Williams' weekly television show also helped boost its popularity, giving him exposure few artists could match.
Though it will be empty without you, can't get used to.
His warm, controlled vocal style made the heartbreak feel refined rather than dramatic. From smooth pop sophistication, we head toward a distinctive voice with an unexpected twist.
In your eyes I read such strange things, but your lips deny it.
Number 9. Confessin by Frank Ifield.
I'm confessing that I love you. Tell me, do you love me too?
Frank Ifield stood out in 1963 thanks to his unique vocal technique, which included a distinctive yodeling style. Confessin was a revival of an older standard, but Ifield's interpretation gave it fresh life for a new audience.
For all in life on you depends. Am I guessing that you...
The song performed well in both the United Kingdom and the United States, adding to his growing international popularity. His clear tone and unusual delivery made him instantly recognizable on the radio.
Do you know you'll grieve me? For all in life on you depends.
While some listeners loved the yodeling flourish, others were surprised by it. Do you think Frank Ifield's unique vocal style made this version more memorable than others? Comment yes if you agree. Up next, we return to Britain for a beat-driven anthem that shook the charts. Number 10. Glad All Over by the Dave Clark Five. With pounding drums and explosive energy, Glad All Over became one of the defining British beat records of 1963. The Dave Clark Five delivered a tougher, rhythm-driven sound that stood apart from many of their contemporaries. The stomping beat and enthusiastic shouts gave the song a raw, almost live performance feel. The single shot to the top of the United Kingdom charts, famously replacing the Beatles in the #1 position. That achievement instantly positioned the band as serious rivals in the rapidly growing British scene. Its driving tempo and bold production helped fuel the excitement that would soon carry British bands across the Atlantic. And the harmonies keep coming as we move into a beautiful duet next.
In the midst of the memories.
Number 11. Deep Purple by Nino Tempo and April Stevens.
Deep purple dream.
Brother and sister duo Nino Tempo and April Stevens brought new life to a classic standard with Deep Purple. Their tender harmonies gave the song a dreamy, romantic quality that stood out on radio in 1963.
And as long as my heart will beat.
Originally written decades earlier, this updated version connected strongly with modern audiences. The recording earned a Grammy Award for Best Rock and Roll Recording, a surprising win that highlighted how broad the category was at the time. Its gentle blend of pop and traditional melody made it both nostalgic and contemporary. From elegant harmonies, we shift to teenage devotion and doo-wop charm. Number 12. Denise by Randy and the Rainbows. Denise captured the bright, innocent spirit of early 1960s pop. Randy and the Rainbows leaned into classic doo-wop harmonies, creating a sound that felt nostalgic even at the time of its release. The song's simple structure and heartfelt delivery made it instantly accessible to teenage listeners. Released in 1963, the single climbed into the top 10 in the United States and turned the group into a one-hit wonder success story. its catchy repetition of the name Denise made it unforgettable on jukeboxes and radio alike.
I've got a crush on you, Denise. I'm so in love with you.
Sweet, upbeat, and uncomplicated, it perfectly reflects the youthful romance that defined much of the era's pop sound. From teenage sweetness, we move to a king with a mischievous grin.
You look like an angel, walk like...
Number 13, You're the Devil in Disguise by Elvis Presley.
You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are.
By 1963, Elvis Presley was balancing his film career with steady chart releases, and You're the Devil in Disguise reminded listeners of his enduring star power.
Talk like an angel, but I got wise.
The song blends playful lyrics with a driving rhythm, warning about a lover who looks like an angel, but acts quite differently. The single became a major international hit, reaching the top of the charts in the United Kingdom and performing strongly in the United States.
Devil in disguise.
Elvis delivers the vocal with confidence and charm, adding just enough edge to keep it exciting. Even as new musical movements were rising, he proved he could still command attention on both sides of the Atlantic. Next, we head back to Britain for a dance floor favorite.
Tell me, tell me.
Number 14, Do You Love Me by Brian Poole and the Tremolos. Originally written and recorded by the Contours for Motown, Do You Love Me received a high-energy British beat makeover from Brian Poole and the Tremolos. Their version emphasized pounding drums, bright harmonies, and an infectious dance rhythm that captured the excitement building in 1963. The single climbed high on the United Kingdom charts and helped establish the group as strong contenders in the emerging British pop scene. Its call and response style encouraged audience participation, making it a favorite at live shows.
Like this, like it like this. Tell me, tell me.
Covers like this showed how American rhythm and blues directly influenced the rising wave of British bands. And finally, we close with a secret that helped launch songwriting legends.
Listen, do you want to know a secret?
Number 15, Do You Want to Know a Secret by the Beatles / Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas.
Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell?
Written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, Do You Want to Know a Secret became an early example of their expanding songwriting reach. The Beatles recorded it with George Harrison on lead vocals, while Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas released their own successful version.
Closer, let me whisper in your ear.
Both recordings performed well, demonstrating how powerful the Lennon and McCartney partnership had already become in 1963.
Nobody knows just we do.
The gentle melody and tender lyrics reflected the innocent optimism of the era. It was a quiet but meaningful step in what would soon become one of the most influential careers in music history. 1963 gave us soul, folk, lush ballads, British beat energy, and timeless romance, all in one unforgettable year. From the dramatic power of girl group anthems to smooth crooner classics and rising rock bands, these songs captured a moment just before the musical world changed forever. Which of these 1963 hits is your personal favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this countdown, be sure to like, subscribe, and join Retro Rewind for more musical memory.
If I leave you tomorrow, when you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the easy meat.